Welcome to Aptitude for Placements, and my name is Ranjit. I have conducted this aptitude training program at various engineering colleges all over India, and every year thousands of students get placed by attending this aptitude training program. Here you will find all the questions that are commonly encountered in most of the aptitude tests. These are the questions that keep on repeating in many of these tests. So just familiarize yourself with all these questions and you will have a clear advantage when you attempt your actual placement test. Let's start. 7 students, namely F, G, H, I, N, O, and P, are to be seated in a row of 7 chairs so that they can see a dance contest. The chairs are numbered from 1 to 7, from front to back. So I'll mark the chairs like this 6 and 7. So this is the front and this is the back. So this is the stage where they can see the dance contest and they are sitting from front to back. All these students should be seated, one in each chair, and the below given rules should be followed. F must sit in the chair immediately behind O's chair. So it should be O and F like this. So these are the chairs. So O will be in the front and F will be behind O. So this is one rule. G and N cannot occupy adjacent chairs. So G and N, it cannot be like this. They cannot occupy adjacent chairs. There must be exactly 2 chairs between H and P. So between H and P there should be 2 chairs. There must be at least 1 chair between the chairs of I and P. So I and P, they cannot occupy adjacent chairs. So I and P, they cannot occupy adjacent chairs. And N must sit in chair 3. So N should be in 3. So now we have got all the rules. Let us start now. Which of the following seating arrangements from chairs 1 to 7 conform to the rules? So we'll eliminate all the options which violate the rules. So we'll look at the rules one by one and we'll eliminate all the options which violate these rules. Now first rule is that O and F should be adjacent. So here O and F are not adjacent. So this is wrong. That is, it should be O and F in this order. Here it is O and F, so it is okay. OF, OF, here OF. So only option A can be eliminated. Now G cannot be adjacent to N. This is okay. Here G and N are adjacent, so this can be eliminated. Here G and N are not adjacent, so it is okay. Here also it is okay. Then 2 chairs in between H and P. Here there are 2 chairs, so that is okay. Here only 1 chair, so D can be eliminated. Here again 2 chairs. Then I cannot be adjacent to P. Here I and P are adjacent, so this can be eliminated. So the only one left is this. So this should be the right answer. You can see that this satisfies all the rules. So the one seating arrangement which satisfies all these rules is option B. If F sits in chair 6 and H sits in chair 7, identify the student who must sit in chair 2. So altogether 7 chairs are there. I'll mark the chairs like this. Now as per the information given, F sits in chair 6. So F is here and H sits in chair 7. So H is here. We'll follow all these rules and try to place the other students also. O and F should be in adjacent chairs. It should be O and F in this order. So O has to be here. Now there has to be 2 chairs in between H and P. H is here, so 2 chairs here and this has to be P. Further N has to be in 3. So N has to be here. We know that G and N, they cannot be in adjacent chairs. So this cannot be G, so this has to be G. Now the only student left is I. So I has to be in 2. So identify the student who must sit in chair 2. It has to be I. That is option B, I. If the seating arrangement on the chairs from 1 to 7 is GIN, HOF and P, identify a pair of students who can exchange seats without violating these rules. So I'll just mark it like this. These are the chairs. GIN, H, OF and P. So we'll have to identify 2 students who can be interchanged, and these rules should not be violated. So we look at the options. First one is F and G. Now if F and G are interchanged, one rule says that it has to be O and F in this order. So instead of O and F, it will be O and G. That is not allowed. So you will be violating this rule. So option A is wrong. Next we will look at G and H. Now as per this rule, there should be exactly 2 chairs between H and P. So here there are 2 chairs between H and P. Now if G and H are interchanged, H will be here, and there will be more than 2 chairs in between H and P. So this rule will be violated if G and H are interchanged. So B is also wrong. Let us look at option C, O and I. Now this rule is there, O and F in this order. If O and I are interchanged, it will no longer be O and F in this order. So this rule will be violated. So it cannot be O and I. Next one is H and P. H is here, P is here. Now H and P can be interchanged. This rule will still be satisfied. There will be exactly 2 chairs between H and P. H and P can be interchanged. So you can see that the other rules are not violated either. So the correct one is option D. Now let us look at option E. That is I and P. If I and P are interchanged, P will be here in the position occupied by I. And there will be only 1 chair between P and H. That is, so this rule is violated. So it cannot be E either. So the only possible answer is H and P, option D. If O sits in chair 1 and H sits in chair 7, then the number of chairs between F and I must be. So altogether 7 chairs are there. I'll mark the chairs like this. Now as per this question, O sits in chair 1, O is here, and H sits in chair 7, H is here. Now O and F in this order. So O is here, so here it should be F. N should be in 3, so N has to be here. Now exactly 2 chairs in between H and P. So 2 chairs left here, and this has to be P. I and P, they cannot be in adjacent chairs. So I cannot be here, so I has to be here. Now we have got the full arrangement. Now number of chairs between F and I. F is here, I is here, and there are 3 chairs in between F and I. So correct answer is option D, 3. Let me briefly explain how to prepare for your aptitude test. First of all, you need to familiarize yourself with all the questions that have been worked out here. These are the questions that keep on repeating in many of the aptitude tests. After that, you need to attempt practice tests. According to me, you need to attempt at least 10 practice tests before your actual placement test. Here, I will be giving you 10 practice tests, and these practice tests will be ideal for you to improve your test scores. The 10 practice tests are available at a cost of only Rs 200. So all that you need to do is make a payment of Rs 200 either through Google Pay or through PhonePe or through Paytm, and you will receive the 10 practice tests. The details of the payment comes next.